Gary Burbank left listeners laughing for more than 25 years on 700 WLW before he retired in 2007. Marty Brenneman called him the most talented radio personality he'd ever seen. Burbank was a master storyteller and a comedic genius, and I was proud to call him my friend.
Wake up, America! I swear, Pearl, like I told you then, just because you're bleeding a little bit ain't no reason to lose your sense of humor.
Born in 1941 in Memphis, Tennessee, Gary Burbank began his radio career as Bill Williams and then Johnny Apollo at stations in Louisiana in the 1960s. But Burbank became an overnight star at Louisville's Wacky, WAKY, in 1968. And after a few years of travel around the country and even Canada, Burbank made his Cincinnati debut in 1981. It was on the big one, 700 WLW, that he became a household name, partly due to WLW's huge footprint across Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana, but mostly due to the incredible amount of original comedy he created 5 days a week.
My name is Gilbert Gnarley, G-N-A-R-L-E-Y.
He described his show as theater of the mind. Burbank's mind seemed to be in constant metamorphosis, voicing crazy characters for his afternoon drive show, from the full-blooded redneck Earl Pitts Uhmerikun to the hilarious crank-calling Gilbert Gnarley.
Well, it's my first... Have you got a little cold there, Bruce?
No.
Oh, then you must be having a hernia exam. Don't forget to turn your head when you come.
To Howlin, Blind Muddy Slim, and many more. Callers to the Burbank Show turned the tables on his crew, with listeners asking the questions on the Sports or Consequences trivia segments. He signed off for the last time when he retired on December 21st, 2007. Burbank was also an accomplished musician, performing with Memphis-based the Marquis. He would later create the nonprofit Play It Forward in Cincinnati, playing music with artists like Sonny Mormon and Tim Goshorn, and raising money to cover medical costs for musicians who didn't have insurance.
They had called for about a month. I said, well, you got to go to a doctor when you have it that long. He said, I can't afford a doctor. And I'm thinking, Larry Goshorn, one of the most famous musicians in town and known all over the country, and you can't afford to go to a doctor. And we got talking about it and about maybe putting something together that would help musicians.
Burbank won numerous awards, including prestigious Marconi Awards for Large Market Personality of the Year. He was inducted into the Radio Hall of Fame in 2012. But no matter the fame, the awards, and the accolades, Burbank was most proud of his family, his wife Carol, their children, and great-grandchildren.
I interviewed Gary back in 2017 when he was getting ready to sign off at WLW, and he told me a lot of his personalities were based on real people that he knew. Earl Pitts was his dad, who started every morning by saying, "You know what makes me sick?"
I called 911, them paramedical boys showed up right away. These guys do a great job, man. They got there and took a look at Pearl's foot and said, yep, that's one of the nastiest, ugliest, worstest foots I have ever seen.
Earl Pitts continued to air in nationally syndicated commentaries until 2021. Burbank collaborated on his biography with late former TV sportscaster Greg Horde, a chance to again thank everyone who listened over the years. And in his words, I especially want to thank you for getting it. I couldn't ask for more.
Gary Burbank was 84, and he passed away this week in Louisville after a long illness. He's survived by his wife Carol, daughter Tracy, son Sean, 5 grandchildren, and 2 great-grandchildren.